One of the coolest decks I played on this channel was a snow base Goblin Welder combo deck, and Ryan has donated to see it played again. Welcome back, vintage gamers, to another donation deck list, this time by Ryan. Ryan wanted to see a previously played deck updated with some newer cards to Magic Online. So this is one of my more enjoyable videos, from my opinion, is Let It Snow. This is a snow-covered deck featuring Goblin Welder, Goblin Engineer, and the big Goblin Welder, Goblin Engineer upgrade that has happened on Magic Online in the last few months is Warhammer 40k and Chaos Defiler. This is a combination that you see in Legacy very often, where you're welding in and out a Chaos Defiler, and every time it goes in or goes out, an opponent we get to destroy a non-land permanent that player controls. There's some text about being random, but it's because it's a commander card. It's really, for 1v1, you just pick one. So it's a pretty cool thing. And then, of course, there's a very powerful combination in Vintage where you will play a Goblin Welder on turn 1. On 2, you'll play a Goblin Engineer, and you'll search up a Bolas's Citadel. Now, Goblin Engineer can't return a Bolas's Citadel, but it can search for any artifact. So your Goblin Welder can return a Bolas's Citadel, or a Sphinx, or a Portal to Phyrexia. So you can do some pretty powerful 1-2 punches and get a Citadel and play through your deck. We're going to play inside of a almost blue PO shell for all of our artifacts, and we're going to get to use one of my favorite cards that doesn't get to see a lot of play, Arcum's Astrolabe. I need a snow mana, but if you play a snow mana, then you get to draw a card when it ETBs. Very fun to weld out an Astrolabe for an Astrolabe. That's a good time. And then because we're playing Snowlands, we have to do some fun things where we play Field of Ruin. It's like a wasteland, except we get something for it. You have a lot of fast mana that'll help you pay the 2. And that way we can actually get some of our basics out of our deck while we're wastelanding our opponent's sagas. Might be a couple basics short here with the Lorien reveals. But the Lorien reveals are a lot of the reason Lorien reveals here are to pitch to Force of Will. So the blue count in this deck is a little dicey. But a nice, cool little Goblin Engineer toolbox with Manifold Key, Volt Key, Sensei's Tops, and Needle. And then in the sideboard, we have a Lantern as well. You can get rid of some creatures with Furies on the board. Pretty exciting. So, like I said, I think we played this deck maybe once or twice already. And we actually went 3-1 in a prelim with it, if I recall correctly. So, yeah, it's going to be a pretty fun league. Hope you enjoy it. And thank you to Ryan for submitting a donation deck list. Last battle. Have you ever wanted to win your own real Black Lotus? The legendary NYSE Vintage Tournament returns this June 22nd on Long Island in New York. 15 proxy, high-stakes, paper vintage action with 8 whole pieces of unlimited power as prizes. You are not going to want to miss it. Check out more information in the description below. I hope to see you there. Let's battle. All right, here we go, round 1. Looks like a Lurrus across the table. Ugh. What is this? I hate Lurrus Saga. Have I ever said that on this channel before? I don't think I've ever said that before. Alright, well, I'm gonna mulligan this hand because I don't have mana that works. Aha! This hand has mana that works. Let's get rid of this Time Vault. Isn't it so much nicer when you have an island in your opening hand rather than an Urza Saga? I sure like to think so. Maybe that's because I like resolving Ancestral Recall. What do you have to say about that opponent? Force? No. Cool. See, like, now is a nice time to have an Urza Saga. After I've already, played my spell that matters. Man, we are gonna never have a welder work here with Bowmaster, huh? Does this deck even have a dress down in it? I feel like it does. That's fine. I mean, am I allowed to cast Probe here directly into the very obvious Bowmaster? I feel like the answer is no, right? Maybe it's fine. I did draw double paradoxical outcome, though. Doesn't exactly make me a happy camper here. Field of Ruin. Probably going to start doing Urza Saga things. I guess I should do it now. If I want to cast Probe, I should do it now. All right, whatever, fine. Oh, they don't have it. Wait, they had a Bowmaster. We're getting twistered, though. Not only do they have a Bowmaster and just chose not to cast it in response to Probe, they're just going to twister me. Fantastic. How does this happen every single time? Imagine not playing Twister in your Bowmaster deck. People like choose not to play Twister and they choose not to play Volt Key. Like, it's just wild to me. I mean, I'm not dead here, but because it's not a Hull Breacher. If it was a Hull Breacher, I'd be dead. But because it's not a Hull Breacher, I'm actually okay. So I can just block. What is going on? Yeah, sure. Okay, why not? Uh-huh. Oh, well, opponent chose to cast Ancestral instead of Twister, which I guess makes sense, but it does give us some time. Don't know if it does anything great for us here, but Bolus's Citadel. Well, that could win the game. I don't think I'm going to. No, I made a 35-minute video about Vexing Bubble. That's what people care about, right? Are there even any other playable Modern Horizons cards? Not really, right? Oh wait, why didn't I was talking to chat and I tapped my mana. All right, well, that's a good start. I wanted to cast Bolus's Citadel. But I started talking to chat and then I just made a construct, and making a construct is always bad. I guess I'm gonna get a Sensei's Top so that I can maybe find a force. I don't know. Ah, this game is so bad. It's okay. I'm gonna Twister the Citadel back into my deck. That's just good deck building. No, it's fine. It's on me, the streamer, to figure out how to play and talk to chat at the same time. But I have answered that question a couple times already today. I did find a negation, actually. I guess I get pinged for one here. Yeah, I mean, like, they're free. I was told making sagas tokens is completely free. It's a free 20 power. That's what I've been told. Wasteland. Sure. All right, well, we avoided the worst case scenario. What was the other card on top of our library? It was a saga. Kind of want to draw it to a saga, right? Until they find a dress down. Yeah, so I guess I don't want to use my Field of Ruin. I guess we're just casting this Sensei's Top. Should probably have attacked last turn. Well, no, wait, I did attack last turn. That's good. Wait, we're blocking? Sweet. I mean, they've lost Time Twister, so what can they really do from here? Anything? Strip mine. That's kind of rude, right? I guess they're not hitting my sagas with it, so. The fact that I'm playing Arcum's Astrolabe into a Bowmaster deck is something. Buy. Oh, they have Dreadhorde Arcanist. Whoa. Okay. Opponent is cooking. I mean, I'm I'm just gonna keep attacking. I mean, they get to cast an Ancestral here. It's pretty good. I don't think I'm winning this game for what it's worth. Also, I played like really badly. So now they get to turn their Arcanist into a Snapcaster Mage. I guess they just buy back the Arcanist when they play Lurrus later. Oh, they're just not doing anything, huh? All right, well, the question becomes, do I actually want a Time Vault? I feel like the answer is probably yes. Oh, we got Time Vault and Force of Will. Hell yeah, I'm in. I guess this is almost lethal. I'm gonna make a construct. I guess they might have a dress down at this point. Yeah, dress down. Oh, another Bowmaster. Okay. That's fine. Dress down is just the superior card, right? I feel like people should be playing more dress downs than they are. Yeah, that happens sometimes in Vintage. Grixis, Grixis Lurrus control. Seems reasonable. Oh, no. Now I don't want a Saga. I said now I don't want a Time Vault, I guess. I guess the Time Vault actually represents a lethal attack, right? So maybe it's fine. All right, well, attacking with my free 18 power. Totally free. I spent nothing on these. How many Bowmasters is this? Okay, another Bowmaster. What are they buying time till, chat? I mean, if you simply put no answers to constructs in your deck. But I feel like they would have to have some dress downs, right? Buy Lurrus, play Lurrus. Oh, no. No, not play Lurrus. I mean, they must have a dress. Maybe they have a fourth Bowmaster here. I probably should have spun to not draw an Astrolabe. Whoops. Am I supposed to just like counter this, or should I just wait and counter this Lurrus? I guess this is probably better because if it gets countered. Okay. Okay, all right. Focus up. Free win. Field of Ruin for Doomsday. No, for non-basic lands. Okay. So they're playing Grixis creatures, I guess. I feel like we want a lantern, but we don't want a needle. And then, I mean, negation looks pretty bad. Maybe we'll play a braid over negation. I'm gonna have no blue card. Like, should I just take forces out? Like, I'm not gonna have enough blue cards for force. So maybe I just play some furies. Kind of a banger. I kind of like this. This seems sweet. Or maybe we trim on some POs if we're playing against 4 Bowmaster. We play some like Pyroblasts. I don't know if Pyroblast is actually good though. I'm not sure. I mean, it counters Twister, but just take out these POs. We're just gonna play red, red cards the deck here. Can our opponent beat a Sphinx with a Steel Win? Probably not. I mean, it hits all their good cards, right? Their good cards are Ancestral Twister. Like it hits their only good cards. And we're taking out forces, so we kind of want to be able to hit them. Let's try this. I just think I'm going to take out some of the forces, and at that point I'll just have no blue cards, so. Yeah, this hand's sweet. Let's do it. I mean, these Goblin Welders are also awful against 4 Bowmaster, but what am I gonna do? I registered the card. I'm kind of stuck. I'm kind of stuck with it. Sweet. All right, I am going to play a snow-covered island, and then I'm going to play a mana crypt to play around Spell Pierce, and then I'm gonna play an Astrolabe. Yeah, that's an Arcum's Astrolabe. And then I'm going to play a Sapphire. Should I hold? I should just play the Welder, right? I mean, it's just going to die. It's just going to die. I mean, I can actually cast this Lorien Revealed next turn, so that's kind of sweet. Though I guess if it dies to a Bowmaster, it's not exactly a great thing. I have an Abrade. We're brainstorming? Okay. I wish I had Pyroblast for my brainstorm here. This is like a great time. Shoot. All right, well. I mean, this is a good opener. I like this. I'm just worried about this, and then this, and then this, and... Yep. 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 Mm-hmm. Yep. That's not good. First Vintage League and Trophied. A beast. Okay, so if I play a key, can I Abrade and Lorien Revealed? I can't, right? I can hold up a sneaky Pyroblast, though. I'm going to kill this thing just because I want a Lorien Revealed next turn, maybe. Okay, so I have a sneaky Pyroblast. What I can do is I can untap my Astrolabe and then turn it into red mana. Ready, shot. Untap my Astrolabe. So we're playing Spreading Seas, but we're not playing Press Down. Cycle into red mana. Counter Spreading Seas with Pyroblast. Boom! You know, I tried my best. Imagine Mental Misstep being a 4-of in this format. People unironically have suggested that. You had a Wasteland the whole time! All right, well, now I have 5 mana, so I can cast Lorien Revealed at least. Astrolabe I don't want to cast because I don't want to get stuck without being able to play this Lorien. All right, cast Lorien Revealed. Draw 3. Boom! And we can play the Astrolabe. Boom! Boom! Sweet. I guess I don't really need these Field of Ruins very much if my opponent is not playing Saga, but... Hobble. Look at my deck? How dare you? You even take me to dinner first. By Lurrus, maybe? I'm gonna shoot this C with a Field of Ruin, possibly. Oh, they just cast 1 Shattering Spree on my key. Classic Shattering Spree deck. Oh, this comes in old frame? Sweet. I'm dying to my mana crypt, by the way. Alright, well, I guess we're gonna try to find out if my opponent has a, an Orcish Bowmaster. No basic? Oh, no basic. They do have an Orcish Bowmaster. Alright, well, I can't cast my Lorien Reveal this turn, but I guess I'll just braid another Bowmaster here. So I can try to cast this Lorien next turn, I hope. I don't know. We're going to die to our Mana Crypt and a 2/2, aren't we? I do have all of my basics, though. That's fun. 2 Wastelands. Got them. Oh, no. They have the Dreadhorde Arcanist. That's the maximum punish. Maybe I'll find Fury. Fury would be sweet, right? Lost another flip, by the way. Just casually losing every flip. And we just drew all mana. Well, that's not good. That's noticeably bad. I don't know what I can do about that. How many cards have I drawn this game? I've outdrawn my opponent by 6 cards. Moxjet. Are they going to cast the one Shattering Spree with Replicate, or are they going to cast Brainstorm? They're going to cast Brainstorm. Well, the good news is I can Pyroblast that. The bad news is I'm dead. The bad news is I'm going to 3, and I have a Mana Crypt that always hits me for 3. It doesn't look like it's a good sign. Seems bad for me. I've lost it. I just lose all the flips. No, I drew the Fury. All right. Well, apparently my Mana Crypt still hates me. I guess the good news is I didn't show them Fury, so maybe I will bring out Portal too. Could be fun. I feel like we had so many good things. It's okay. This time will go even better. All right, this is a sweet one. I can get my Arcum. I can get my Goblin Welder killed. Let's go snow-covered island, Arcum's Astrolabe. And then Mox Ruby, and then Goblin Welder. Nothing currently in my yard, though. But if they don't kill my Goblin Welder and I draw a Goblin Engineer, then I can get any of my huge things. So that's sweet. Also, we just found out they didn't have any basics in their deck, so we can just Field of Ruin as a super wasteland as well. Also, we can Welder their Bobble out for whatever that does. Not a whole lot. Oh, we can kill the Sapphire for a card. No, does this mean they're playing turn 1 Bowmaster again, or no? Oh, we're safe. I think we're safe. I think we're safe from the turn 1 bow. No, we're dead. No, we're dead. Yep, of course. Oh, Lightning Bolt. Oh, okay. That's interesting. All right, so I think what I'm gonna do is Field of Ruin this Badlands. Get an island. They have nothing, and then we can play a Lantern. We can eat this Bobble. We just took them off red and black. Not bad, right? Man, this Lantern would have been something I could loop with Welder. Or not really loop, but at least it would have been something I could return with Welder. Yeah, I mean, I could have just looped to eat cards out of their yard and return my Astrolabe. Ah, man. They did not shuffle off their Ponder. Oh, Field of Ruin. Dang. All right, let's draw a card while we have a chance here, and then we're not going to play our Mana Crypt out. We learned our lesson there. Let's get a Time Vault in play. I'm sure my Saga is going to die to a Wasteland or a Spreading Seas or whatever. The problem is, I don't think we're winning this game with... Wait, our Saga did not die? Seems bad for my opponent. Kind of recommend killing my Saga. Tolarian Academy. Well, if I didn't have infinite mana before, I certainly do now. Once again, we can play anything we draw. I will Field of Ruin one of their lands. Oh, now I can't Field of Ruin one of their lands. That's kind of unfortunate, isn't it? Am I going to get Shattering Spreed? Well, they're not making black mana, so I guess we're getting Shattering Spreed, right? Kill the Construct, kill the Time Vault, I assume. Yeah. Okay. So I only have one more basic in my deck, right? So I should probably upkeep Field of Ruin here, so I don't draw my basic. I drew a Bolus Citadel. Fantastic. All right, well, I'm gonna need some more Astrolabes to cast that one. The Field of Ruins have been great, but everything else in the deck has not been super great. Is this a treasure cruise? Can we be real for a second? Like, for 1 second, can we just be real about this? Oh, okay, fine. Don't think we're winning this one. Fury. Do I hold on to that or do I cast it? They've already shown me they can lightning bolt it, but... All right, I'm just going to cast a Fury. 3/3 double striker. Nope. Force pitching Preordain. Oh, Bowmaster time. Are we getting twisted? I mean, I have plenty of mana. This game is sad. I got outvalued. Ancestral! No! I'm so happy that these decks don't really exist in the metagame anymore. Saga mostly pushed these kind of decks out of the format. The ones that just grind you to death with blue cards. The ones people have previously called Xerox. They are really, really boring to play against as a blue, like, combo-oriented deck. Great. Gataxian Probe. Perfect. Ah, cool. Yeah. My opponent has Time Twister, Force of Will backup, and double Pyroblast backup. Cool. I mean, I don't even have any blue cards left in my deck to counter, but cool. Boring. Sag. All right, let's try this again. Round 2. Classic Astrolabe gaming hand where nothing works. Or is a Saga at its finest? I don't know. I'm probably just supposed to put this back, which is really, really unfortunate. Interesting hand here, too. Try this one out. Probably just lead on top or key. It's not a very fast hand, but I don't really want to put this back. Pretty sure I'm always interested in deploying a 1-drop on turn 1, though. And then from there, if we draw lands or not, we can Lorien Revealed. All right, Sensei's top is in. Opponent is on 5 cards, no Lurrus. Does that mean they're on a Bazaar? Or we saw a lot. I saw a lot of Tinker in my last league. I don't know who got that going. Second main phase, sure. Gitaxian Probe. All right. Well, now I don't. Now I can. I can't F6 exactly because I have a Sensei's top, but Strip Mine. I'm playing basics, man. Okay, sure. Why not? I have tons of other lands in my deck. I have Moxen. Thanks, Gitaxian Probe. You're my favorite. Beseiju, Jet, go, Oath, probably. Just play basics. That way you can play around Wasteland. No problem. It is Oath. It's an Oko. I can't beat an Oko. Oh. Yeah, it's an Oko. I'm never beating an Oko. Oh, it's a Tinker. That's even worse. All right, well, I kind of need a Force now. So. Perfect. What am I supposed to do? Well, what am I supposed to do? I don't understand. All right, well, I feel like there's a theoretical world that we can still win this game, so I'm gonna keep playing. Moxen here, nice. Moxen, okay, we're cooking. We are absolutely cooking now. Yeah, so we're gonna go for Vault Key, right? Yeah. Okay. Sweet. No, they had force backup. Okay. They had Tinker force backup. That's not good. Hopefully they keep bricking and don't find an Atraxa. Oh no! Time Walk? Is that better than Ancestral? It's probably better than Ancestral. I feel like we had a chance, right? A fetch? An Oko? Can't beat an Oko. A fetch? Okay. And then what? I mean, if my opponent like turns anything into an L-Care, it's also really bad for me. So, yeah, that's not good. They are at 10 though. Sapphire. Wait a second. Oh my god, I can't PO because I don't have enough mana. What do I want to do? I feel like the answer is top. I don't. I'm never gonna spin first here, right? So let's go get an island and I'm gonna play out a key. I guess if they turn key on, they might just. They're at 7 now. They can't play Atraxa off the top. I do think Mystical Tutor for Time Walk is probably worse than Mystical Tutor for Ancestral. Something to consider. Oh, we're making food tokens. No, they can make a food token, eat it, and then play the Atraxa. Oh, no. It's an Atraxa. All right, well. Chaos Defiler? All right, well, maybe the Atraxa doesn't draw them a force. It drew them a Veil and a Show and Tell, but not a force. Well, hold on. I need to be able to, if they Show and Tell, I need to be able to draw into this Chaos Defiler. They drew, okay, so they got Black Lotus, Island, Brainstorm, Atraxa, Show and Tell. Oh, yeah, Brainstorm, Atraxa, Show and Tell. They found an Ancestral off the top. Seems good. I feel like we had a chance until that happened. Brainstorm. Okay, so now they can put the Lotus back on top. Maybe the Island if they want. Lotus. Island. They have Atraxa, Show and Tell. 11 cards total in hand. They've used 1 force. Show and Tell. Okay, so with Show and Tell here, I'm going to draw my Chaos Defiler. All right, and then we're going to Chaos Defiler their Atraxa. So now they're losing in multiple ways. I think we're going to win this game. I think we're going to win this game. Because we have Unblockable with Key and we have a Chaos Defiler. All right. So you get an Atraxa trigger, but can you win from here? They did hit another Show and Tell. They also play main deck Nature's Claim. What? Uh-oh. Is Nature's Claim good enough? Nature's Claim is not currently good enough, right? But with Sapphire, they can go Nature's Claim and Oko. But Oko's not good enough either. All right, whatever. I can have 6 now, though. That's for them to figure out. New Oko. No, new Show and Tell. Okay. But that's not good enough, though. Because this is still lost on board. Oh, but they have a Nature's Claim. So now they can Nature's Claim whatever I make unblockable. Okay, so this is still lost. Damn! I feel like we were so close. Oh, man. Maybe they'll like Nature's Claim right now and miss the key activation. Oh no, they hit the key! Alright, so I think we're dead, right? Because my opponent has a force in hand now, and they're not at a low enough life total. Right? I feel like that's just lost now. Because they have a force. Yeah, but they have a force. So, like, we can't do it because they're at 2 life, not 1 life. They're going to force it. So it does feel like our best gambit here, though. I mean, they're going to force my PO. They're going to force my PO. Yeah. I think it's lost. The second Show and Tell for Atraxa in the same turn was a problem. It was a problem for sure. Oh god, they have a negation as well. Okay. Uh-huh. Yeah. That is it, right? There was nothing underneath. What was underneath? It was a Chaos Defiler, and then I don't feel like there was anything good underneath. Man, I thought we were gonna get there, but the main deck Nature's Claim got us, and the third Atraxa got us. All right, I'll concede from here. Dang, that was I have no oh boy, I have a lot of things. I have a lot of things at the moment. I have no cage, is what I'm trying to say. Pyroblast is good here though. How am I gonna fit in all of this? Maybe I'm just not playing Needle. Like, what am I needle? I'm needling Oko. Is that really worth it? Maybe I just take out Volkey. Volkey, one needle. Like, I want all of this other stuff. All this other stuff looks really good. I guess the Sphinx. I don't need the Sphinx. I do like the idea of portaling though. Maybe that's like a little asking for a lot, but it does sound like a lot of fun. I'm gonna cut Lorien Reveal. No one can stop me. All right, let's try this again here. Felt like that game was almost winnable even after we got strip mined to death. This hand actually works because I have a Lorien revealed. So that's sweet. Also, if they show and tell and we put a portal in, I'm going to be pretty happy. So I guess I can't go Astrolabe right away. I could go Astrolabe before Ancestral. Definitely need to get a basic here. I'm just going to go Ancestral on their turn. I feel like this is a game of going fast. So. Oh, that's it? Okay. The good news is they shouldn't play any basics either. So I'm thinking we can probably get away with... Oh no, we saw a snow-covered island. Man, they have a very interesting build, right? Because they have a snow-covered island. Maybe they drew it? Maybe they boarded it out? They didn't see Field of Ruin game 1, did they? Maybe they boarded it out. Yeah. Who would put Delirian Academy in a deck? Not me. All right. Sweet. I'm just gonna Field of Ruin every turn. God, I love Field of Ruin. Field of Ruin is a banger. It always overperforms in these decks. It's always so good. Like, who need like 2 colorless mana? I got that. I love this. It's so fun. Oh, another one. Oh, another one. This is like Wasteland. Ah, yes. What else you got? Got any more? Anything else? Any more lands? Oh, a Bayou. Exciting. It'd be exciting if it was dead. Ah, yes. How much mana do I have now? I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna have 1,000,000 mana. I can just cast this portal. No, why? Stop having mana. All right, I guess it's Urza Saga time. Somehow, I don't even know if we're winning still, because we have all of this mana and never have any action after. No! No, are they just gonna oath us after all this? Oh my, I guess we can play a Portal to Phyrexia and kill the spirit token, but is that a good idea? They just had 8,000 lands, and we just only draw Moxen every time. Oh, it only kills my opponent's creatures? God damn it. All right, you're right. All right, well, in that case, we're just making Urza Saga tokens, I guess. Oh, it's bad. It is bad. This happens so much. Don't we have 4 Lorien? I guess I took 1 Lorien revealed out of my deck. We have 4 POs, 4 Lorien reveals, 4 Goblin Engineer. Like, where are our cards that do things? All right. I feel like I should have a Grafdigger's Cage in my sideboard here, but... Wait, they went a lot of cards deep to find this Atraxa. They only have 19 cards left in their deck. All right, they did find a Force of Vigor or a Nature's Claim, so that's less than ideal. And a fluff. I mean, a lot of these are instants, so we got that going for us. But they're gonna probe us and see my portal. I do feel like my Urza Sagas are about to die. What'd they take? They took Gataxian Parode, Emerald, they had a Lotus in hand. They took Orchard, and they took Vigor, and they took Probe, and they took Oko. Okay, so they had a Lotus in hand, so they're going to use that to play Vigor on my 2 Sagas on my turn here. Oh, no! The jig is up. I feel like I'm really sad about losing this. Oh, come on! Okay. Well, if they don't have Gaia's Blessing, maybe it's fine. I don't know. Man. I feel so sad about this. I thought we were in a great spot. We just kept Field of Ruining. We got all of our mana out of our deck, and then... this is so brutal. Why? Why is it like this? Why is this happening? Is this an Oko? Yup. Okay. Yeah. And then what? I mean, I feel like they're scared to cast Oath again, right? No, they just Oath again. They're at 6 cards. That's crazy. There's only 6 cards revealed. I guess they get a Nature's Claim for sure this way. Oh, no. I mean, how many cards are they going to take out of their library here? I guess they just take... Well, they don't have a Force. Or do they have a Force? 1, 2, 3. They don't have a Force. They don't have a Force. Are they just gonna? They're just gonna lose the portal, right? Right? Portal just wins. I'm pretty sure Portal just wins. They just chose Nature's Claim. They left all of the other cards in their deck. Okay, so they have an Oko. They have an Atraxa. I guess they can get new Atraxas because there's still going to be 1 Atraxa in their deck. Okay. Do I just block and kill this thing? Guess we could try. What is going on? It's a 7/7 block. It's fine. Okay, now what? Cast Vigor. Oh, cast new Oko. Okay, and then what? Turn it into an elk and it dies. Okay. And then what? Vigor my 2 Sagas. Okay. So this portal is just going to get Nature's Claimed. But it will buy me some significant amount of time. Yeah, I drew a Goblin Welder. Not great. All right, we killed the Atraxa. I guess we attack the Oko. Though maybe we don't attack the Oko because... Oh, yeah, I guess we can attack the Oko because they're going to use this mana. All right, the portal is dead, so I'm not reanimating anything. They have 4. I just need to survive until they draw out. So I'm going to attack the Oko. And then the Goblin Welder can bring back a portal. But they have an Oko. They can just Oko the Goblin Welder. Okay. So they trigger an Oath. There's an Atraxa randomly among those 4 cards. How deep, though? It was the second card. So they lost a Mystical Tutor. Their last 2 cards are Atraxa and Oath. Okay, so they're at 1 card. They're dead. They're dead. They're dead. Brilliant. Someone in chat needs to type in, this would have never happened if you just played Gaia's Blessing. Damn, that was great. Maybe I do want this Sphinx just to be able to put in off of a show and tell. I kind of feel like this needle is garbage. Thanks, Bishop, and thanks for the 9 months. And thanks to 90s MTG for the raid. Hope you're doing well. We are having fun. This is definitely a hand. Keep. You think they boarded their island back in, chat? Did they have an island in game 1, or am I crazy? I feel like they had an island. Yeah, well, maybe if you subscribed for 9 months, you'd get a call out too. I don't know, maybe. I'm not saying that that would happen, but... That is a lot of Field of Ruins. I feel like I shouldn't play this Pearl out. Yo, what up, Conti? Goblin Welder also notoriously not a good card against Oath of Druids. My opponent's just gonna slam a turn 2 Oath with Force Backup and a Forbidden Orchard against me. Is that what's happening here? Oh, nice. They didn't have Force Backup. That makes me happy. All right. Moment of truth. Nope, no basic. All right, I have a Goblin Welder and no artifacts at all. So that's good. All right, so hopefully they don't have another Oath of Druids. And if they don't have another Oath of Druids, then we can just Field of Ruin them to death. If they do, in fact, have another Oath of Druids, we die. Oh, Brainstorm. That's good. It's a good sign. I pitched my PO to my Force of Will because I wanted to be able to draw into a blue card and have another Force of Will. Because I don't think the PO is going to be castable soon to make me draw cards. So. Also, I guess I technically can hard cast this Force of Will soon. Ooh, that's exciting. If only I could do something with this Goblin Welder. Man, is Field of Ruin not great? Are there any Field of Ruin haters in chat? Because boy, has Field of Ruin been something here. This card is nuts. It's so good. Can't cast this Defiler yet, but if I get an Astrolabe, I can. Agree to disagree. It's been extremely good in every situation so far. Been great. It's also been great the last like 3 times I've played it on stream. I love this. If only the rest of this deck was good. Another Force. All right. Well, I'm attacking for 3. I guess 3 is a lot. Ooh, baby, they missed on a land drop. You love to see it. I don't believe they're gonna be able to beat their own spirit tokens here with the help of the goblin. Let's go! Field of Ruin gets another one. Okay, round 3. Can Field of Ruin do it again? Uh-oh. It's another Lurrus. The cat is back. Our deck is just so bad against any cat deck. I don't know if there's a single cat deck that our deck is good against. This is the most awkward hand of all time. I feel like it's a keep though, right? We just go like Welder, Welder, Time Walk, and then try to draw a Moxen or something. So if you've been paying attention to the metagame in the last 2 weeks, so Oath came in. I mean, it took like months and months and months for this to happen, but I was telling people Oath beats Blue Black Lurrus. And then eventually someone won with Oath and everyone copied them. And Oath was the most winning deck and Lurrus had a below 50% win rate. And so everyone played Oath. And now everyone's seeing everyone play Oath. And so people are responding by playing Doomsday and Jewel. And Doomsday and Jewel are beating Oath. And Lurrus is still struggling. So I don't think it's a good time to play Oath anymore because the metagame has already cycled. It's probably a good time to play Lurrus with Containment Priests. So like Esper splashing white. We've almost done a full metagame cycle in like 1 month. All right, I need a Mox here. A Mox? Not a Mox. But we can cast this if we draw other... We just need like some artifacts. An Astrolabe would have been so good there. God, an Astrolabe would have been killer there. I would have been able to return Lotus. Man. Well, for some reason, I don't think we're going to win this game. My opponent's going to go Jet, Land, Bowmaster, a Welder, and then play another Bowmaster and kill another Welder. And then we're going to die. Tundra. Tundra Gaming. That's exciting. Maybe we're not going to get Bowmaster. Oh, we're going to get Lavinia. That is a classic turn 1 Lavinia. All right. The good news is Astrolabe, we can play through Lavinia, and then we're fine. Needle. We can also play Needle through Lavinia. The problem is it doesn't do anything right now. Because I can't crack the Lotus for black and red. So I would have to do something different. And I can't class Tinker until I find a... Can't cast Tinker until I find... Oh, I could actually turn this Jet into a Petal. I should have done that on my turn, I guess. I might leave the Petal in the yard. Just get rid of something better. I don't know. But, like, I actually don't think I have a removal spell for Lavinia in the main, right? Oh, I have a Chaos Defiler as my removal spell. So I need to get this Chaos Defiler into my yard, and then I can free up my Citadel. So how do I get this Chaos Defiler into my yard? Oh, I got immediately punished for not turning the Jet into a Lotus Petal. A classic. So the Chaos Defiler can't be negated, though. So that's actually pretty good. So I just need to hit a land, right? Yeah, I definitely was supposed to get rid of this Jet for a Petal. That would have been a lot better, but I messed up. I feel like I should turn this Needle into a Lotus now. All right. Astrolabe is still my best draw. Soul Ring is pretty good, though. I guess Soul Ring is not actually good, though. Wait, Soul Ring might be good though. But I have to go all in on the Defiler for Soul Ring to be good, right? Because I can make black mana and then weld out my Soul Ring and make... Yeah, I don't really like that play very much. Let's just get the wait. I guess I don't need a Wasteland. What would you even needle here? Bobble, maybe? I guess we'll just wait. No, I think it's bad because it leaves me with no artifacts in play, right? So, like, if it gets forced, then I don't have any way to switch it in. So I need to have another artifact. But they also have an Ancestral, so... I don't know. It's going to be very hard to win, unfortunately. I need like an Astrolabe is the big thing we need here because we can loop with our welders, our Astrolabe, and then when we have no color problems, and it's gonna be great if we could find an Astrolabe. Yeah, the good Urza Saga. Well, we have a needle for that, so that's not too big of a deal. All right, well, I guess we don't have a needle for that. Sure. Seal of Cleansing. Not good for the home team. For anyone keeping track, not good. Would I rather have a Lotus in play or a Soul Ring in play? Would I rather have a Lotus in play or a Soul Ring in play? I feel like I'd rather have a Soul Ring in play, maybe? No, I feel like I'd rather have a Lotus in case I draw... I don't know. It's all really bad for me, right? Yeah, it's always bad for me. Yep, playing Magic. How'd you know? So if I make black and then I get rid of the needle and I make red... Oh, I can't turn the needle into a petal because that's not mine. I can make black and red, but then if they counter my Defiler, I can't put it back into play, is the problem. But I might just have to. Like, also, they can Seal of It cleansing it, and then I can't do anything from there either. And then I have to wait until I draw another artifact that I can cast. And in that time, maybe it just goes really badly. Like, I can't even tinker. I mean, what choice do we have? I feel like we need to make a play now, right? I just have to hope they have absolutely nothing. And just make it work. Brainstorm? Maybe that's a good sign they don't have it. They do have to have exactly Force of Will, right? I guess they could have a Swords later, too. This seems really rough. We didn't draw great, but... Oh, that resolved? Okay, cool. So we'll kill this Lavinia. And they can't seal, because then we would just swap something in. And they can't Swords, because we would just swap something in. And then we can just tinker. Okay, this actually is really good. All right, so I hit this Lavinia with my Chaos Defiler, and then I cast Tinker, sacrificing Chaos Defiler and killing Seal. I mean, this, I guess, gets exposed to like a Flusterstorm, Spell Pierce, and Negation. So instead, I could just weld. There's like no good weld though, right? Does it help if I weld at all? Not really, because I'm still sacking to Tinker. All right, so I'm going to tinker this Chaos Defiler. And then I'm going to kill the Seal of Cleansing. And I hope this resolves. If it resolves, then we get a black Bullets of Citadel and we win probably, so. Okay, does Tinker resolve? No. I figured this was not getting resolved. Yeah, I guess we could have Welded and Needled Saga. I don't know. I just felt like a good opportunity to tinker, but maybe that was just too greedy. Because now we have nothing going on for us here. But we don't really need to beat Saga, right? Because we can weld out constructs and turn them into Lotus Petals. So, like, are we actually worried about Urza Saga? Well, no. Yeah, you're right. They would just seal. Okay, that wouldn't work either. I mean, we just need to draw a Moxen, right? If we draw a Moxen or any artifact that gets resolved, then we can just weld it out for a Defiler with two Welders in play, and that should just be lock. That should lock the game up. So we just need to find the stuff. Soul Ring. Yes. Snowland. See, this is a deck we played before, and somebody wanted to see it played again with the Chaos Defiler because the Chaos Defiler is really cool. The Warhammer card. Mishra's Bauble. That gives us another thing that we can weld in and out. 2 Mishra's Baubles. Okay. All right, I hope my top card is an artifact that I can put into play. That's all we can ask for, right? Tundra by Lurrus here, I assume. I mean, it's a little tough for them to play Lurrus if we have the Chaos Defiler ability to be played. The ability to play the Chaos Defiler, I should say. All right, they only used 1 Bauble, and I drew a Lorien Revealed. Terrible. Did not draw my artifact, so... Don't think I want to go get a Volcanic. Maybe I should have gotten a Volcanic. I don't know. I'm just gonna hold these Welders up. I guess my opponent can get a Needle. In which case my Welders get turned off, and then they just buy a Lurrus and play a Lurrus, and they loop and kill us. That would be bad. There's not much we're doing here. I think we needed to draw an artifact that turn. And we did not. So this game would have been a lot easier at every point if we had an Arcum's Astrolabe. Soul Guide Lantern. Oh, main Lantern. That's frustrating. All right, well, now I think we just straight up lost on the spot. I mean, if I wait, they can still like force my line anyways, right? Like they can at any point they can have double spell and force the line anyways. Like I don't feel like waiting is good for us. Like they have a lot of versatility with the seal in play. I mean, this lantern is nuts here. I don't think we can win from this spot, so unfortunate. Oh, that's a good draw if it resolves. All right, we're cooking. We're cooking. All right, graveyard gone. So we need to. We don't have a Chaos Defiler though anymore, and they have a Lurrus with a Seal of Cleansing. I don't know what we can draw that will get us to a place that we're gonna be happy with. I mean, I think there's nothing, right? My opponent's just going to loop a Seal of Cleansing every turn and we're going to die. I don't have like any way to really combat that. Yeah, my Volcanic immediately got wastelanded. That's what I figured would happen there. What was I? I guess if they... Okay, they're gonna get Soul Guide first. That makes sense. I would say, like, if they immediately kill this with a seal, I could draw another Astrolabe, and then we'd be cooking. But... alright. Feel compelled to continue. That's a good one. Alright, I'm gonna not PO on my turn with all their mana open, though. Gonna hold everything up here and see if we can't play smart. They just have another wasteland? Ugh. Sure. I guess they can play a Lavinia at any point as well, and that makes my life difficult. Yeah, how am I beating a Lavinia, really? I don't feel like I'm gonna do this now. Almost hope they put a Seal of Cleansing in play here, not Lavinia. Well, that's a Lavinia. I guess I'll pick up two things. Yeah, that's not good. The Defiler was my only way to Defiler was my only way to kill a Lavinia, so this main deck Lantern was brutal. So was the main deck Seal, for that matter. I don't think we can win now. I guess we can Vault Key still. Like a quick Vault Key might do it. But I can't even play out my artifacts from this point. I guess I can loop my Astrolabe. Maybe I shouldn't have picked up my Welder then. I think I'm gonna save this for a Saga. If I hadn't picked up my Welder, I could have thrown a 0-drop into the Astrolabe and done some welding here. Sorry, throwing a 0-drop into the Lavinia. But it's not really a great play here. I technically could cast PO more because I have 4 lands, actually. So maybe that's a play that we can consider as well. They just have so many cards in hand now at this point. It's one of those, like, times it's just going to be... We're going to lose, but we're going to lose, like, 50 turns from now. Strip Mine? Why do my basics keep getting strip mined? Isn't that rude? I feel like that's rude. Soul Guide Lantern's back. I guess that just eats my emerald, and I should throw away my emerald for no reason. So I'm not going to loop my emerald right into play right now. That would be silly. So that was a silly play on my part. I shouldn't have played the emerald in my yard. Oops. But the same thing still applies for next turn, right? So at the end step here, I hit the lantern with the pedal. They crack the lantern for a card. And then they should attack with Lavinia, right? Because they can just replay and bounce. So I hit this for the pedal. And then on this turn, I can play the Mana Crypt and at least buy myself an Astrolabe draw. If I ever draw another Astrolabe, then that, I guess that doesn't do anything. But an Engineer. Wait, okay. That's really good, right? Oh, but I can't bolus the Citadel, so it's not really good. I don't have a Lantern in my main, and they still have Seal of Cleansing, so I guess this doesn't even do anything. I think I'm too locked out. If I had a Lantern in my main, I could hit the Lantern here, and that would be very impressive. Maybe there should just be a Lantern main in the current metagame. I didn't change this from the last time we played it. I thought about just putting a Lantern in the main as well for the Lurrus metagame. Looks like this is getting countered anyways. Oh, dress down. Wow, so now I can't even do my Astrolabe loop. I guess I can still do my Astrolabe loop, but actually what I should do is I should just PO now, right? How many things should I pick up? Like a lot. 1, 2, 3. Just like everything. Ah, they have another counter? Brutal. Super brutal. I feel like we had a good opening there for a second. This thing lets me sack, right? But I need a target. Okay. I feel like they don't have... Oh, I guess they can just dress down loop from now on. Dress down loop should also do it. Just end step dress down. Lorien revealed, maybe? Yeah, I mean, the biggest problem... There's a bunch of problems here. I wonder what would have happened if we had played it slower. I'm not really sure it would have helped, but... Alright, so they're just gonna go for the Lantern again. I feel like the Lantern is worse than going for dress down. Because I can just hit your Lantern at end step again, and then it opens me up to a bunch of draws. If I can find an artifact in my yard, I can start sacking artifacts too. Yeah, there you go. They figured out how to attack. I guess I could technically block there as well. Not going to, though. Let's take this and turn it into a jet. All right, so they just sacked and drew a card. Now it's our turn. I mean, we still need to draw action, which has not historically been our strong suit. Okay. Let's pick up most of this. What am I supposed to do, man? Okay. Yeah. I'm just like trying to figure my way out of this, and I'm not seeing it, but it doesn't feel like it's over. How many POs are left in my deck? I guess I only have 1 PO left in my deck. Like, it has to be like a multi-spell turn that it results in a Volt Key. Ooh, either Spell Bomb. That's interesting. Are we looping either Spell Bombs? We are. Okay. They're just gonna... Okay, sure. They could always bounce their Lurrus, replay Lurrus, and buy another spell out of their yard. What's my draw here? Lorien, PO. Urza's Saga. I just get Seal of Cleansing. I guess I am just gonna hit this Caracas. I don't have any more our basics though. Also only have one red source at the moment. So I assume this turn they have to take the turn off and seal the Saga. Oh, but then I can't cast PO because there's a Lavinia in play and I'm out of lands. So I should not have used my Field of Ruin like that because it actually limits the amount of ways I can win. That's really silly of me. Silly, Justin. They're not attacking with the Lavinia. I feel like I have to just block the Lavinia here and hope that I draw. Whatever. I'll just take it. Don't fall.
So,
That's bad.
sit and scream.
True. All right. I guess I just play out this Welder and pass, and we just play the rest of this game out because my opponent's deck can't win very fast. I should have probably countered. Oh well. I guess I technically could negate something coming out of their yard if it was good here. I don't know what that would be exactly. I guess anything, whatever they play. No spell bomb for you. Oh, no, they have another counter spell. Okay. Hard cast force, I assume. Dig through time? Sure. Hope everybody's having fun. Okay. All right. I've been bested. So against this, I feel like we're doing the thing we did before where we turn into more take out all the forces and the negations and I think the POs are still good. Bring in the Abrades and Pyroblast, Furies, Lantern. I don't feel like I need multiple needles. How do I fit all these cards though? Maybe I just take out 2 Lorien and an Opal and a Gataxian Probe. Perfect. That is definitely the I don't know what I'm supposed to take out. I just want as much action as I can get. I just don't think there are things I need to counter very like obviously in that game negation is not that bad, but in general, if they've gotten to that point, it's pretty bad for us. Where this time we're gonna have like tons of ways. We'll have 7 different ways that Lurrus dies, as well as multiple ways to kill Lavinia. So I actually think post board we got significantly stronger. That is a classic hand of 3 Fury, 1 Pyroblast, no red mana. Based. This one is Urza's Saga, I guess. Sure. Can probably get away with getting rid of this basic island. And going Urza's Saga. Probably want to play out this Emerald so that we don't get Lavinia'd. I guess there's a world where we could have gone for just holding open Pyroblast this turn, but it doesn't really make a lot of sense to me. Oh, they should have a Wasteland. All right, so let's just go get a red land. I guess it has to be a volcanic. And this Field of Ruin might need to get a, what, they have a Sapphire as well? And they have a Petal? Okay, well, they didn't play turn 1 Lavinia this time, so small victories, I guess. What is the best card to get with a Goblin Engineer here? Oh, I guess we'll pose that question at a later date. Because I don't have a Welder, so it kind of has to be a 1 to 3 drop that we can bring back. Ah, Phyrexian Dragon Engine is a cute one. Yeah, I don't have that in the build. Oh, come on! I had the Field of Ruin, but they had the Time Walk off of Sapphire. That's really annoying. Yeah, Phyrexian Dragon Engine would be nice in this deck, too. And a Wasteland? So now I can't even Field of Ruin? Alright, I mean, I feel like I've gotten outdrawn here. Too much power from the opponent. I can't even use that? Okay, sick. I mean, this Time Walk was just completely broken here. Yeah. Black Lotus, land Lurrus, replay Lotus. Yep. Yep. Brutal. Super brutal Time Walk. I feel like I had this line matched really well if my opponent did not have a Time Walk. I guess theoretically they could have maybe just gone Wasteland instead, but now I mean, we can draw Fury here. Fury actually mops up this board. We drew Time Walk and we can't cast anything. All right, this time Field of Ruin, you're not great. But Wasteland would not have been much. I guess Wasteland would have been slightly better. Wasteland would have been better. Okay, this time Wasteland would have been better. Oh boy. And they have Bobble Loop and they have Strip Mine. Okay, all right, opponent. I see you. I see you. And Needle. Okay. Yeah. My opponent severely outdrew me in this game. Cool. All right, round 4 versus Eric. I don't know what kind of nonsense Eric's going to be playing here. It looks like it's a cat, though. There is a cat. All right, this hand does slap, though. Chat, what are you casting on turn 1 here? Are you casting 2 engineers? Are you casting Lorien Revealed? The engineers themselves don't get Vault Key, really, because you don't have a red source unless you use your Lorien Revealed. Is it silly to want to try to cast Force here? Oh, they F6'd. All right, well, I'm gonna cast Force. If they're gonna F6, I'm gonna cast Lorien Revealed. I hate everything. I should never have done this. That was a huge mistake. Okay. I don't know if I could have thought of a worse 3 cards to draw. Is there a worse 3 cards to draw here? I don't know. It's so bad. Are they like Lurrus Doomsday? Is that what's happening? But then why would they have 6? All right, I think what I'm gonna do is probably try to go, especially if they don't shuffle, I'll do like Field of Ruin and then play an Astrolabe maybe. I need to draw a blue card for Force if they're gonna play combo deck on me. Oh, Soul Ring. That's kind of interesting. I guess it's not. Because now I just got mental missteps. Okay, everything's bad. Everything is bad. Everything is bad. I guess we're just gonna go for that Citadel play that I wanted to go for before. Maybe we're just dying to Doomsday on this turn because I don't have a blue card for Force after I drew 3. My bad. My fault. I do feel like today's stream... Oh, we used Lotus? Jesus. Okay. I do feel like today's stream has had a lot of things go wrong. Okay, it's Bug. Oh, it's Hermit Druid. Okay. I understand. Also losing to that because I technically have no answers at the moment. So they definitely have no basics in their deck, though. So I could hit their green source and maybe that will work. What else can I do? I can get a needle off this, I guess. Yeah, I guess a needle off this would work. Hermit Druid. No Hermit Druids. Also, no tropical islands. And they definitely don't have a basic because they're playing Hermit Druid. And then we get to jam an Astrolabe and maybe draw a blue card for Force. Beautiful. Okay, I think we're back in it. I think we're back in it. I do believe we are back in it. Field of Ruin was sweet there. Ancestral. No. And now we just engineer for Vault Key. Oh, they did have the green source. Unlucky. So now now they need like a Beseiju on the needle before we take infinite turns. Definitely want a mana source here so I can go. Okay. Uh-huh. Just gotta dodge Beseiju into a green source. Time walk. Okay. This looks winning. Pondar? Brainstorm. Uh-oh. Mox, Beseiju, and green source. That would win. Hopefully they don't have any counter magic. That'd be a problem. I thought we were like a couple turns away, so I decided to force the Ancestral. And I guess we were still a couple turns away, but... Well, I hope they don't get negated. Negating would be a problem here. Force I can beat. Okay, it's just a force. So Force of Will puts the key in the yard, and then we can still bring it back with Engineer next turn. So, still okay. I guess I'm losing to Beseiju here if they have Beseiju as well. Oh, a Hedge Maze. Someone in chat suggested we play a blue-red one. All right, so I'm gonna go get a doesn't matter much. I guess I'll get another Astrolabe in case I want to loop Astrolabes later. Yo, what's up, Freeman? Welcome, welcome. Morning, probably. How many hours is Australia?
14.
14. Good morning then. Woo!
Depends what part of Australia.
Yeah, Australia is a large place. This is a true statement. It's 9 a.m. You were right. Woot. Okay, I'm gonna bring in Fury and a Braid, and I'm gonna bring in Needle and Lantern, And then I'm going to take out Negation. And then I don't really want to take out Force of Will, but I mean, with Fury and a Braid, I feel like I can take out Force of Will. Maybe like this isn't the ideal way of going about this, but it feels like a pretty good way of going about this. Also, I need to figure out how many Collector Reefs are in my opponent's deck. I don't know if he's on the 5-0 list or the list I posted today. Probably the 5-0 list. I'll just board out an Opal, because I feel like 4 Collector Roofs is probably what's happening here. And then I still want Lantern, I still want Needle, I still want Bulky, I still want Misstep, I still want Goblins. So it's Tremalorian. Doing? Cooking. Nice. It's good cooking, good looking. I'll try to beat Eric fast. And I'll help.
Win fast.
Win fast. You heard it here first, chat. All the rest of the games are win fast games. I feel like this hand's a keep, just be on the back of this Needle. But that might be a little aggressive. Though we could also actually go Black Lotus Field of Ruin on turn 1 too. That kind of seems actually really good. Ancestral's a little annoying. They had a mull to what, 5? Yeah, I kind of like the idea here of going Black Lotus. I guess I should have played around Days maybe. Black Lotus, Field of Ruin their land because they can't get anything off of it, and then from there we can choose what we want to do with it. I kind of like the idea of just playing a bunch of Astrolabes out. I guess there's like a chance. Yeah, there's like no chance we die, right? Oh, I didn't make. Oh, sorry. This one I have to turn into Snow Mana with this one. 2 engineers is not ideal. But I have 2 Astrolabes now. Oh, Ruby. Do I play around Trap? I feel like there'd be no way he boarded in Trap, right? I want to use my mana efficiently here. There's no way, right? I'm just gonna name Hermit Druid. I could obviously name some other cards here. I could name Deathrite Shaman. I assume there's Deathrite Shamans in the opponent's deck, but Hermit Druid is like their best way to win, so yeah. That's pretty good. I did turn off my red source, so maybe I was supposed to get a mountain. Feel like that's pretty hard. Yeah, maybe I should have gotten a mountain. I didn't really I didn't consider that much because they didn't have an emerald on turn 1, but then I guess they could have held it or just drawn it off ancestral. The good news is that if they don't have a wasteland, I do have enough lands to make saga tokens, and they are probably going to lose to saga tokens here. If I didn't have this island, I would not have enough lands to do that. But they could always have like a vigor. Vigor would be pretty useful here. Definitely dying to that if that's the case. But I also have Furies in my deck as well, so I can always free this up later. So it is Vigor on Needle and Saga. Seems good. They're 1 green Sun Zenith, so they are playing that other version. If I had a land here, then we'll play Saga. Ooh, I hit the Abrade. The Saga can get... Is there any more static effects it can get? Can't get Astrolabe, obviously, which is a real shame. But I only brought in 1 needle, right? Or did I bring in both needles? I did bring in both needles, so I can go get a new needle. I feel like that's worthwhile. I feel like putting a needle on suspend here is worth playing out the Saga, even though we can't make constructs unless we draw a land. If we do draw a land, then we get to make constructs and get a needle, which feels great. Lorien Revealed. I guess this also allows us to draw Lorien Revealed next turn and get a red source and play a Braid. Have we recurred a Chaos Defiler yet? Kind of. Somewhat. We put it into playoff show and tell. Some other things. Oh, that value. They just hedge maged a therapy into their yard. It's cute. Blue, green, Hermit Druid. All right, so I guess this needle is not going to come off suspend fast enough. So now we're looking to draw our volcanic island, our basic mountain, or a Lorien reveal to play a braid on this Hermit Druid. Or obviously Fury is nuts here. Fury is just super good here. 4 Furies in our deck. Arcum's Astrolabe. Okay. So now that's a rebuy for just Fury and Needle. And I guess it's still a rebuy for a red land as well. I drew a Bolus Citadel. Awesome. I feel kind of sad about this game. If I had searched a red basic instead of a blue basic, would we have won this game? I feel like we would have, because I would just have an engineer, active engineer, and I'd just be looping things. So maybe just my own fault here. I'm surprised my opponent kept in a full combo, but I guess people play the deck differently than I do. Because this deck is super weak to any kind of interaction. Two Besages is worth noting, and it looks like a million Vigors, 3 Vigors, or 2 Vigors, and 4 Oofs or something. Sure. Yeah. What is the spice for the rest? Was it? Do we have extra? Because we can do double. Because it's making yellow rice, right? Oh, if we don't have extra of that. I think I've done it without that. Just gonna run this back. Oh, maybe we're supposed to play Portal actually. Damn it. I was like ready to run it back, and then immediately I saw the Portal in the corner of my eye. I think that game was just unfortunately needed to draw some things, and then we didn't draw the things, and then it was rough. Is this hand good? I don't feel like this hand is good. Yeah. This hand's not good either. I mean, this hand's better, but it's like pretty. It's probably fine. Yeah. Feels kind of bad to have like the toolbox deck that can get needles and Soul Guide Lanterns, then just lose to Hermit Druid anyways. We also had like 7 removal spells to kill Hermit Druid last game. We just didn't hit. I mean, I think last game was just I made a mistake and I fetched the wrong land, right? Because if I had fetched the correct land, we would have won. So they got an Underground Sea, so they're not playing an Oof or a not playing an Oof or a Hermit Druid this turn. It is unfortunate that my Lorien reveal can't get a red source, but what are they naming here? Force. Nice. I don't even have forces in my 60 right now. Chat. Oh, I'm just getting Oracle Demonic Consulted? Yeah, all right, cool. That's an Eric. That's an Eric for sure. I mean, Black Lotus, Jet, Oracle Consult, Therapy backup? Sure, you got it. All right, here we go. 5th and final round. Hopefully, I get to do some fun and powerful things. We have done no Goblin Welder into Goblin Engineers, into Tinker. Okay, this almost... The Urza Sagas have been something else. Like, if this hand had a fetch land instead of an Urza Saga, I think it'd be very, very good. But because it has an Urza Saga, I can't cast my Goblin Welder. I can't cast my Astrolabe. Am I allowed to keep this hand? I mean, I think I'm going to... No, it's just not... Like, this is the exactly the kind of hand I want to see, where I can go turn 1 Welder, turn 2 Engineer, forcing a Bolus's Citadel line, but I just don't have blue or red mana because I have an Urza Saga. So I have to put back this broken hand? Is that really what I mean, I'm not on the draw, so it's not like I can draw one. I guess I just have to put this back. Awesome. Well, this hand's pretty good, so definitely rewarded. It always feels like super bad to throw away these good hands because you happen to have sagas in them. But it's only 4 of my lands. I guess I do technically have 9 colorless lands in this deck as well, right? Oh, there's no strip mine in this deck. It's just Field of Ruins. God bless. Who made this deck? Was it me? Do I have to yell at myself? Oh, so this is Turbo Volt Key. So they have a Haywire Might, Underground Sea, Dig Through Time, PO, Saga, Mana Crypt, Balance? That's a keep? Huh. I don't know that I would keep that hand. Am I supposed to cast Ancestral Recall or Goblin Welder? Probably Ancestral Recall, right? Okay. If I had cast Goblin Welder instead of Goblin Engineer, we would have won the game. I just wanted to resolve Ancestral while I could, but maybe that was a silly endeavor. Saga, they drew, oh wow, they drew a Sapphire as their draw for turn. So now they can cast PO for 2. That I see what I've been doing wrong this whole time. My bad. My bad. What the? Okay, sure. Uh-huh. It's pretty good. So I can actually play Chaos Defiler here. So I'm going to play the Astrolabe first because it's free off of Academy. And then I'm going to play... I'll play a Chaos Defiler. And I'm going to kill their Sapphire. Or maybe I won't. I'm kind of like trying to use this Chaos Defiler as bait because I want the Welder to resolve. Maybe that's a little silly. I guess like playing the Welder means I run into balance. But that's not even that bad for me, right? Yeah, I don't really feel like that's that bad for me. And then next turn we have 2 Engineers that are all must counters if Welder is in play because we can just get Volt Key. Or we can get Citadel or anything. Like I said, I was really surprised my opponent kept a hand that didn't cast any spells, but then they did draw the Sapphire to let them cast turn 1 PO, so maybe they know more than I do. This Brainstorm is in the tank. I do think I'm going to leave the Mana Crypt over the Sapphire. I'd rather just pinch them on blue here so they're further away from digs and POs and things. Oh, they're just floating. Yeah, I'm choosing Sapphire. And then I will change this mana into red mana and play a Goblin Welder. I mean, maybe now they're gonna... Oh, they have Mental Misstep. No, they have a Cyclorian Reveal. Okay, sure. Well, they got a white source, so they can actually Tundra now. So they can actually go Tundra Balance now and get rid of my Goblin Welder. But they're gonna lose like 4 cards in hand, and this Defiler will kill the Mana Crypt. So is it even that good to balance here? And then I untap and I'm just like slam 2 things that can go Volt Keying. But then I guess they have a Saga go off. So I could get a Needle maybe. I mean, they might have to balance, right? I guess if they somehow get to a Haywire Might with green mana, that could be pretty annoying too. Oh, they hit a Pearl and a Lotus. Oh, Oh, my bad. I wasn't familiar with your game. So now they can do what? They can go dig through time. Oh, they're just gonna go Lurrus Lotus instead? Thanks. So they went Lurrus Lotus, and then they're gonna play a Haywire Might and hold it open, I guess. But then I can just use this Chaos Defiler, right? They have a Time Walk too? Like, what am I missing here? Black Lotus. Fiddlebender. Okay. So, what's your plan? You got a plan over there, or? All right, I'm going to play a Goblin Engineer. I am going to search for a key. I'm gonna weld this Astrolabe into a key. It's a little late to be casting Dig Through Time. My opponent took an interesting line. I wonder if they realized how dead they were when they took this line. I also had just like weld out my Chaos Defiler and kill their Lurrus and Fiddlebender and all of those kind of things as well. All right, well, that game we got to do the thing. It helps when you resolve Ancestral Recall. I do believe that is a powerful part. I'm going to bring in these Abrades. They hit Oswald, Lurrus, and artifacts. And I have no idea how I'm ever going to fit them. Because I don't really want to get rid of forces in this matchup, right? This doesn't feel like a matchup where I want to go down on forces, but like, what can I go down on? I don't know. What if I go like one top, one opal, one engineer, one Astrolabe? I don't know. I just picked some cards that have a bunch of cards that are not blue. See how that goes. It was a pretty crazy game for after we saw our opponent's hand. Another ancestral hand, another citadel in hand. I mean, I'm probably keeping an ancestral hand, right? Is there ever a time where actually we had an ancestral hand that we didn't keep the other day? But most of the time you're gonna keep in your ancestral hand. Jet, Saga, go. Sapphire, Saga, Lantern, go. Upkeep, Ancestral Part 2, Electric Boogaloo. Okay. Tundra, Ruby. Probably gonna Field of Ruin this Urza Saga if I had to guess. Needle. Sure. What are they gonna needle here? Lantern? Goblin Welder? Lantern. Sure. No problem. Okay, so I go Pearl. Would Field of Ruin this. They get a construct. I'm gonna get a mountain. I'm gonna play an Astrolabe. They don't have a basic in their deck. And then I'm gonna turn the Saga mana into a red mana. Oh, wait a second. Do I want to just PO right now, or do I want to just play a Citadel next turn? I feel like I want to just hold on to this. Just play a Goblin Welder. And let's play a Lotus. We do have to take a hit from one construct, but they have 3 cards in hand. I have 4 cards in hand. I have a PO and a Citadel. Both are must counters. And I have a Welder, so even if they force my Citadel, I can weld it back into play. So they have to have a negation for my Citadel. Also, I have a Saga coming off, which is going to get me what? Oh, they drew their own Black Lotus. So now they have Lurrus, Lotus, Lurrus. And I can't use my Lantern? Okay. I shouldn't have hit that Urza Saga. They were just going to draw the Lotus anyways. Okay. Uh-huh. So what do we get? I drew a key. I feel like the answer is we still want a construct token just in case things go badly here. And then from there, we can get a mana crypt, a needle, a mana crypt, a needle, a soul ring, I guess, is fine. And then from soul ring, we cast Citadel. Don't want to use our land drop. Oh, okay. I guess we'll start with a draw 3. Tolarian Academy. It's a pretty good one. Let's play that. Mox. Another one of these. I feel like I want to draw through that one. Show me your secrets first. They have 2 swords and a needle. Wait, why didn't they swords the welder? What? We didn't do anything about the welder? Okay. That is certainly a choice that someone made. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna weld out my construct for a Black Lotus and then peel all of this back. Just so I have more things to pick up with this PO. Oh wait, I had an engineer. I had lethal. I guess they would respond to the engineer on the stack with swords on the welder anyways. So I'm just gonna pick up these magic cards. Seems pretty good. Go to 4. Cool. All right, so from there, we can replay everything and win. I like it. All right, let's do... Oh, we don't even have to use our academy yet. Sweet. Let's do another draw my whole deck. Mox goes up, Mox comes down. You can't explain that. There are POs in my deck. Suddenly. I know, I didn't get to PO at all today. All right, this is winning here. Just gonna play Vault Key and take infinite turns, and my opponent is dead. All right, sweet. Okay, not bad. 2-3. I think some things went like extremely poorly in the beginning, but they weren't. I hesitate to say that they weren't because of some like unfortunate variants. That being said, our deck does struggle immensely with different aspects of the field. Welder is very bad against Bowmaster, and in fact, my whole deck is bad against Bowmaster because all of my engines are draw engines. And we need to kind of get rid of the Bowmaster somehow in like in a meaningful way. I don't know what the best way to go about that is. Is it something like a Pyrite Spell Bomb? Might help. The Chaos Defiler was great. Definitely love the Chaos Defiler. I would say that the blue count in this deck is a bit low, which is kind of what happens when you play Astrolabe, Welder, and Engineer as 12 non-blue cards, and then add that on to your normal Mox and stuff. Things get dicey very quickly. That being said, there were definitely matchups where you could just switch the blue cards out for more interaction, and it looked like it would work pretty reasonably. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of ways you can build Welder in Vintage, and this is by no means the best way. But there just hasn't been anyone who's been able to keep a Welder deck in the metagame for any extended period of time, so it's a little hard to say. Thank you to Ryan for donating to see this deck played. If you want to see one of your decks played on this channel, check out the Patreon link in the description below, where you can find all the information you need to submit a donation deck list. More Vintage videos on this channel every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I will see you then.